Hi everyone, welcome to the RP Price Lego Build and Review channel. Here's another new set we're going to build. I hope you come along with me and enjoy this set. It's going to be a lot of fun. This is a bush plane. How about that? A bush plane. I love it. And it's an 8+ set number 42198, 333 pieces, and it runs $22.99. Pretty reasonable price for the piece count. And this should be a real fun set. What's unique about this is the propeller turns a 4-piston engine that uses pistons, just like the cars and Technic sets do. This will have opposing pistons, just like a real aircraft would have, a prop plane. And it'll have 4 pistons that will move, reciprocate when you turn the propeller. So this should be a lot of fun to build. What we have is 5 numbered bags. 1 and 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we have a not too bad sticker sheet here, which makes the plane kind of look like a zebra, but we'll use them anyway. As you can see on the set, that's the way it looks right there. But we'll go ahead and do it the way the manual shows. We have a 132-page manual right here. Nice size. Looks easy to follow. And this should be a real fun build. I love airplanes, and I love Lego sets that represent different planes. So this will be a nice, fun set. Not a huge one, not a real high-price set, but still looks pretty good, and it'll have a lot of the Technic type features that are very unique to Technic, and that'll, of course, be the engine as well. So let's get on this. Let's have some fun with it. I hope you'll follow along with me. I'll stop at every bag for a quick update, show you how the progress is coming along, and if there's any issues at all, and we'll move on to the next bag and continue all the way to the end. And after that, I'll give you a final review and show you the finished set. So come along with me. Let's enjoy this and get this built. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for coming along. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. I'd love to hear from you if you have this set and how you're enjoying it. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll be back after the first bag and give you a fresh update. Thanks a lot for watching. Hi everybody, welcome back to the Technic set, the bush plane. It's set number 42198, 333 pieces, and it's an 8+ set. Runs about $23. So we're moving on to bag 2. We've completed bag 1. We used 1 sticker. It was called the Wildlife Service, which went on a rail. Here is bag number 2 laid out. Not many parts in bag 2. You can see we're going to be building up the engine. You can see the 2 cams for the engine. And if you look over here in the propellers, you can see the 3 blades of the propellers. And over here, you can see, if you look very closely, you can see the pistons right here. It's 4 pistons. Reciprocating engine, so it's opposed. Here's what we have through bag 1. Typical Technic set. We built up the gearing. Lots of gearing in this set. Right here. As you can see, of course, many different colored gears here. So that's kind of where we're at right now. The sticker went right here, Wildlife Service. And I'm not exactly sure where the engine's going to mount yet, but we will find that out very, very shortly. So that's what we have, a big series of gears that are all meshed together, as you can see here. And that's where we're at. So basically building up the front and main section of the chassis of the plane here. And that's where we stand right now. If you notice, there's a rubber band right there that holds a steering gear. If you look down below, you can see the teeth on that steering gear right there. That's holding it in place. And there's a gear down below that turns, and it's moving that in and out. And the return is the return of that gear when it moves is done by the rubber band there. So that's where we're at. Let's get on to bag number 2 and get that going. Thanks so much for coming along on this fun set so far. And this should be a real fun build and a nice bush plane when we're done. This is going to be a fun build. So thanks so much for coming along. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Love to hear from you. And let's move on to the next bag, and I'll be back with an update after bag 2. Thanks so much for watching. We'll be back. Welcome back to the RP Price Lego Build and Review channel. All right, we're on to bag 3 of the Bush Plane set number 42198, 8+ set, 333 pieces. It's a fun Technic set. So we're moving on to bag 3. Used another sticker, but again, it was just the Wildlife Service sticker on the other side as we built the opposite side of this framework. Here's bag 3, laid out here. We built up some nice areas here. This section here, all the gearing which we showed in the last update, but now we have the propeller mounted, and we have the 4 pistons on the opposing engine, right there with the 2 cams, right there. And there's various ways that this works. You can see the pistons working there with the cams. And it works from 2 locations on the propeller. And there's your pistons moving. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool. So there you have it so far. Mainly just the skeleton of the plane plus the engine and propeller right now. And mainly all the mechanism is complete here. There'll be a little more, but the mechanism is pretty much complete as far as the gearing goes. There's the underside. You can see the engine covers right there. Actually, this is not the underside. This is the top side. It'll be sitting like this, just like that. So we have to build up, as you can see, the cockpit areas right there. You know, the engine, propeller, and we'll be building outward the wings, and of course the flaps in the back, and the vertical stabilizer is coming. So that's the way up so far. Coming together very nicely. No issues with parts. Everything is perfect. Sticker quality is excellent, and it's coming together really, really nicely. I love the big propeller too. It's a nice large propeller on it right there. So thanks for coming along with me. I hope you're enjoying this build. So we'll get on to bag 3 and complete that, and I'll be back with another update, and we'll show you what the progress is at that point. This is going to be a fun little plane once it's done, and I love the idea that it's a Technic plane, so you do have the pistons moving from the propeller. Very much think that's really cool. So thank you. Thanks again for coming along. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Especially if you have this plane, I'd love to hear from you. So we'll be back after bag 3 and give you an update at that point. Thanks so much for watching. Hi everybody, welcome back to the RP Price Lego Build and Review channel. Here we are through bag 3. We're moving on to bag 4 on the Bush Plane Technic set number 42198. 333 pieces, and this is a fun set. Here's where we're at. This is bag number 4. Pretty small bag, although we do have some on the secondary bag. We do have some a few more pieces there. And right here, here's where we're at. Plane's starting to take some shape. If you can see, this is a plane's outline. There's your cockpit right in here. Here's the engine and engine covers, propeller, and of course the pistons, which you saw earlier. And here's the back tail section that needs to be completed. From here, we're going to be moving on to the wings and the horizontal and vertical stabilizer in the rear. As you can see, here's the underside. There's your cams and pistons in the front, and then all the gearing. We put on, through bag 3, we put on these side pieces right here, in the lower tail section, right here and here. And this whole section got built up top, and a few pieces on the sides in bag 3. So that's where we're at so far. Coming together very, very nicely. It's going to be a good looking little bush plane. And as you know, the propeller works the pistons, which is really kind of cool. That's a really nice feature, which I expect from Technic. That's pretty typical of Technic. So there you have it. That's where we're at. We did use, as you can see on those side pieces, we did use some stickers. Just gonna have a few left, and that'll be it. That's gonna be on the wings in the rear section. The horizontal vertical stabilizer also, well, actually the horizontal stabilizers will get some stickers, and then the vertical stabilizer has its own look to it. It won't have these stickers though. So there you go, bag 4. Fun plane. This is coming together real nicely. This is a great plane for around $23. Gee, you can't beat this for 333 pieces. It's a really fun looking set, and it's got a lot of nice moving parts and features. Be great for kids on this too. Learn a little bit of engineering, how it was engineered, and how it's going together, the mechanics of how it works. Be great for kids. And I like planes, so any plane I'll build. So there you go. Thanks so much for coming along. I hope you're enjoying the build so far. We'll get on to bag 4, come back and give you an update after bag 4, moving into bag 5, which is the final bag, and then we'll do a final review at the end. Thank you so much for coming along. Very much appreciated. Like, subscribe, share, and comment. Always love to hear from you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll be back after bag 4. Thanks. Hi everybody, welcome back to the RP Price Lego Build and Review channel. Here we are at bag 5. Bag 4 has been completed, and it's going together very nicely. No issues at all. We didn't use any stickers in this section. However, we will be using the balance on bag 5, which is the final bag. Here's a red on that sticker sheet right there. Stayed the same. Here's bag 5 laid out. It is the completed completion bag. This will complete the set in its entirety, and that's where we are, bag 5. What we have is a vastly built up plane at this point. As you can see, the wings are on. The wing struts are on, right there. Of course, the engine, propeller, and the main cabin you can see in there. So there it is. Pretty much the wings are complete. We'll be putting stickers on this sections of the wing on each side. And of course we have to build up the horizontal and vertical stabilizers in the back. And we have landing gear and tires that'll be going on. But as you can see, it's coming along very, very nicely. It's a good looking little bush plane. And of course the feature of the propeller spinning and activating the pistons, the 4 pistons in the reciprocating motor is opposing motor is fantastic, which is right there. And you can see those do, well, I can't really do it this way, but we'll show that in the final review, which I did show earlier in the updates. So that's where we're at. Bag 5 coming up. I hope you're following along with me, and I hope you're enjoying the build so far. It's been a real fun build. I enjoy this very much. And since I'm a plane fanatic, I love building planes, and this is a great one. Much different than other Lego sets being a bush plane. So let's get on to bag 5, get it completed, and I will be back with the final review and a completion of the set, show you what it looks like and how it came together. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate it. Thanks for staying with me on this build. I hope you're enjoying, and we will be back very, very shortly with the completed set and the review. Thanks so much. Welcome back to the RP Price Lego Build and Review channel. Well, here's the completion of the bush plane. We finished bag 5. We're going to have the set complete, and it is a really fun little bush plane. It really is. This is a Technic set number 42198. It's an 8+ set. Set number 42198, 333 pieces. And it runs $27.99. I was able to get this one for $22.99 on sale, and it is well worth the price. Even at $27.99, this is a really nice plane, especially if you love planes. This is a cute little bush plane, and it went together very well. Everything was good quality throughout. The parts were excellent. The stickers were excellent. Everything applied correctly. Everything went together correctly. No issues. All the parts were there. A really great little model for the money. It really is. Has some nice playable features too. That is makes it pretty unique. Being a Technic model, it has some engineering and technical aspects to it that other sets don't have, which makes it a little more fun to build and more fun to play with. So what you have is nice central landing gear. You have a tail gear back here. And of course, you have the vertical and horizontal stabilizers. You have the wings right here, and they look great. They just look great. I don't know about the stickers with the zebra striping, but I guess since it's a bush plane, that's appropriate. And back here you have stickers for wildlife service right there. Really nice little plane, it really is. You have lights up front here, one on the edge of the wing and one toward the center of the cockpit. The prop is huge, and when you turn the prop, you can either turn it by hand, like this, or there is a device which is right down here. You can see that. It's a lever right in here. Very hard to see. Let me get this up a little more. Right there, that gray lever with the yellow pin. That, if you push that, you can spin the plane in the air, turn the prop, and it has a nice spring action to it too. And by doing that, you move the 4 opposed pistons, as you can see, right there. And you can do that by hand with the prop in the front as well. So you can fly this cute little plane around with the prop moving. Great playable little plane. It has movable flaps right here on the wings and also on the horizontal stabilizers on each side. Really fun little set. This was a fun build and a great little set. This would be great for children to not only build and have the rewarding experience of building it, but get into some engineering aspects and the gearing and so forth that makes those pistons move. And just a lot of fun. So what you have is a 134-page manual. Here is your parts list right here. It is pretty easy to follow, the manual, no problems at all. Came together beautifully. And I would really recommend this, especially for younger adults and the younger ones in our life. This is a great little set for them to have a lot of fun with and to enjoy the rewarding experience of building a Technic set, which this is. So there you have it. It was a fun build. I hope you came along with me and enjoyed the build as we did it. And I really appreciate you coming along and doing that. It was really a great experience, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. So please like, subscribe, share, and comment. If you have this set, you're enjoying it, no matter what your age, if you're enjoying it, let me know that. And I always respond to my comments, and I much appreciate that. So thanks so much for coming along. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back with the next one very soon. And again, thanks so much for watching.